All right, everybody, welcome to Imba TV, where everything is imbalanced. We've got Nerchio facing off against v.Anthodeus. How would you say that, Jim? Anyways, this is the
aAaNerchio.
Okay, this is the EU Craft Cup number 30, round number 4. So why don't you go ahead and take it away for us, man?
All right, I think it's the CraftCup Main Event, just to get that straight. CraftCup Main Event 30.
Thanks.
And no problem. And on the left side of Lost Temple, spawning as orange Zerg is v.Anthodeus, spawning at the bottom of Lost Temple as blue Protoss from the Against All Authority clan would-be or team would be Nerchio. Nerchio is normally a random player, and this time he is Protoss. Now, one of the first things these players are going to have to do on a 4-player map is find out where their opponent is. v.Anthodeus is attempting to do that with the movement of an Overlord. v.Anthodeus now knows he's facing Protoss at the bottom of the map. However, Nerchio is going to find out with his probe. So both players know who their opponent is. They know where they're located. They know the race of their opponent. And when you got random player selections, that becomes pivotal. In any event, a pylon and a gateway being warped in Nerchio's main base, so we're not going to see any funny stuff.
That's what it looks like, and this is an interesting random versus random battle here.
Yep, and notice that v.Anthodeus' first building is an extractor, second building is a spawning pool, therefore we're probably going to see speed Zerglings fairly quickly. Nerchio has scouted within v.Anthodeus' main base, is 100% aware of his complete build order, and his reply to that build order is an assimilator and a pylon. And Nerchio now begins to mine gas with 3 probes, and Nerchio seems intent on preventing any kind of Zerg expansion, or at least contending it at the very least. Now notice as well, the spawning pool just completes now, and I'd say the Zerg speed upgrade are probably going to start up in about 10 seconds or so. Now the cybernetics core, it's about halfway completed. Guys, is there anything you'd like to add at this point?
You know, it looks like a pretty standard game with some standard openings. We do see that second extractor going down a little bit early.
It looks like Zerg's a bit late with expanding. Usually Zerg, you know, this is going to be a little twist on gameplay by v.Anthodeus, just sticking to one base and mining a lot of gas. Usually that's not the type of thing we see from Zerg. Now the wall has been completed with the Zealot as well. And if we take a look at the unit counting station, no aggression from either player at this point. Nerchio sits at 22 probes, v.Anthodeus sits at 20 drones. Both players are mining off of one base, v.Anthodeus off of 2 extractors.
And he's already getting the lair tech.
So this is interesting, one base play, and a second hatchery within his main base. Is this StarCraft 1 or 2 we're watching here, guys?
I think this is Brood War.
Right. In any event, it looks like finally a couple of Zerglings, finally v.Anthodeus actually builds a couple of army units. Nerchio loses his scout. And Nerchio is not chrono boosting in his units, but he is being aggressive with the units he has in the main base. This queen is in a whole heap of trouble, folks.
That's for sure. As I
Roach
see this
Warren
Roach Warren.
And the Zerglings are probably going to clean everything up. Tell you, nice by Nerchio to get that stalker off a creep. And maybe these Zerglings won't get the job
I don't
done.
think so. There's another stalker here. More Zerglings are out. But that one stalker is still alive. He's only lost a Zealot thus far.
And that stalker finally dies. Hero stalker. Tell you. Give him a purple heart after that battle. Or a blue heart, or whatever energy it is they have. In any event, Nerchio elects to expand. So, you know, this is interesting. Nerchio builds a good advantage over Zerg, and instead of trying to put him away, he just elects to expand. And when you see these best-of-one single elimination type events, you see cautious play. That's what you're seeing here right now. Now, Nerchio sits at 29 probes, and aAaNerchio sits at 20 drones. So Nerchio's in a commanding lead in army, economy, in just about every way possible you can think of. And aAaNerchio is
actually upgrading both of his Overlord upgrades.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just ventral sacks and.
There's a little question mark over my head right now. I'm interested. I'm very intrigued on this play.
Well, I think what this is a losing play, and I think Nerchio is going to steamroll him. And here we go. Robotics Bay completed, robotics facility completed by Nerchio. The first unit out of the robotics facility is not an observer. It is an
immortal.
An immortal, yeah, exactly. Now,
still no expansion.
Yeah, whatever. It's nice that AAANerchio made it this far in the Craft Cup, and hopefully he'll join us next Tuesday for Craft Cup Light.
Well, see, now you're just counting people out way too early, Jim. Come on.
Well, okay. Well, you want to put 50 Craft Cup coins on this one?
No, it's okay.
I'll put 50 Craft Cup coins on it right now. Oh, look at this!
And
here we go.
Comes a drop. Full of roaches.
Well, it'll be fun to watch. You know what? It's fun to watch.
12 roaches dropping on the line, man.
Yep. It's not going to work, but it'll be fun to watch.
And a queen. Missed the queen, so...
Nice.
And we'll see what happens here as transfusion is going down. Those roaches will have to be picked up, and it looks like these overlords are going to be in trouble.
It's over. But, it was interesting. That was a very innovative move. And we can see why 3 weeks after the game came out, people don't do that anymore. However, it was interesting. I get the feeling this guy's a really good StarCraft 1 player. And Zerg is still on one base with 2 hatcheries in his main.
He's only mining. I think he's only got one drone on 1 extractor. And there is an observer over this base.
Yeah, Nerchio knows it's over. You guys, do you want me to find another game?
Yeah, if you want to, I'll go ahead and finish this one up.
Nerchio's got twice as many worker units on 2 bases. This guy shows no signs of even attempting to expand, so I'll try to get you guys a game.
We have Mirth versus Demaga. He's asking if he should hold it.
I'll try to get into it.
Interesting drops going on here as AAANerchio has an overlord full of roaches sitting on top of this plateau here. But I don't think it's going to do too much as we see Nerchio pushing forward. More roaches to come out from AAANerchio. And Nerchio's going to climb this ramp to find 1 spine crawler. An attack move going down. And look at this, there was a bunch of overlords picked up with had a bunch of stuff in them anyway. A bunch of zerglings without speed and roaches. As these roaches push this Protoss into a corner. And we see force fields going down all around. And it looks like AAANerchio is going to try to drop on top of this force by Nerchio. And that's going to cause Nerchio just to eat up all of his units. And it looks like AAANerchio is going to be sitting behind here, as Nerchio still has his 1 immortal, 4 stalkers, and 2 zealots in this base. AAANerchio sitting with 1 overlord that has a queen and a roach and 2 zerglings with all these other regular zerglings. I don't think he's going to be able to get this job done.
All right, I got Goody versus Avilo round 5.
Oh, awesome.
So if you guys want to, it's up to you. You guys want to watch the grief, or actually, you know what? Stay in there. I haven't been invited yet, so just stay in there until I get it going.
I will. Let me know when you get the invite, and I'll join.
Sure, sounds good.
And it looks like there was an attack on the mineral line of Nerchio, but he did a very good job at defending it. There wasn't too much to see there. I'm sure it was just the 1 overlord with the 4 roaches. Anyways, more units being picked up, and it's going to be seen by aAaNerchio's observer as finally an expansion goes down 14 minutes into this game. We get our first expansion, and Banelings on the way. Interesting choice. You see more units coming out from aAaNerchio, and it looks like that observer did spot this these overlords coming over. So aAaNerchio was able to react to it. And there's no way these. Oh no! The whole force in that overlord got taken out, and it looks like v.Anthodeus is only sitting with 1 roach and 1 ling, trying to be aggressive with not much, you know, in your base, or not many units anyway, is not a very good thing to do. As aAaNerchio is going to go ahead and push forward, and we're gonna see what is this, a ninja expansion here. But I don't think it's going to make any difference. Yeah, bad move there. And GG is called. aAaNerchio takes the win. We've got a Protoss victory here as aAaNerchio pushes forward into the next round.
We are the voice.
Hey guys, you want to join in on me?
Our light shall burn halfway through the stars.
Righto. Let me get this black box of death out of here. And thanks everybody for joining us here at Imbalance TV, bringing you some back-to-back non-stop StarCraft action!